Hi, it's Paul Slackers, Good News Planet. I'm speaking to Kayla Peale. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me on today.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you on. I hear you're doing a lot of good things for the world and involved with peace and other good things. So, Kayla, tell us share your good news, please.
Sure. So I'm an intern at the Smithsonian Conservation Commons here in D.C., and one of the main projects I've been working on is launching this Earth Optimism Summit. So this is in honor of the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, and unfortunately, based on the current COVID-19 situation, we've had to move it online. But I guess there are some positives that have come out of it. It's now a free digital event, so anyone can access it. It's going to be starting next week on Thursday and Friday, and it's just a big conference of all these people who gather together and try to raise optimism about stories and stuff that they've helped contribute to the Earth, and then ideally it would spark some inspiration among millions of other viewers, and then that would be able to make a greater impact. So I've been helping organize this. We have a array of great speakers coming, and it should be very exciting. And I'm going to talk about my project with Amazon. So I'm also the leader of a teen-led organization at my high school called Strawless Sea, and we have around 30 members, and we work to combat plastics, single-use plastics, and one of our main initiatives right now is working with Amazon's sustainability department, because they just moved their second headquarters to Arlington, Virginia, which is where we're from. And we work with an organization called the Global Collab, which with the Smithsonian, they make the Eco-Teen Action Network. But together it's a teen group, and we all focus on plastics together. So we made this reusable food takeout container system. So I serve as the liaison between affiliated organizations, and then as a teen activist, I'm able to engage a large network of teens to advocate for solutions to plastic and styrofoam packaging. So I can explain the system a little bit more if you want.
Sure. Oh, this is all so exciting. Really,
yeah.
It's fantastic. I'm so happy. And Kayla, I'll mention to our audience, you're a relative, and I love you dearly, and I know you since you're born. So, wow, this is great. Oh, yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, so it starts with, the basic blueprint is a reusable clamshell-styled container made from durable number 5 plastic. And ideally, program participants would download an app on their smartphones and then register for a subscription. And how we're trying to get Amazon involved is possibly for them to purchase a subscription for all their new employees. So it would just be a more universal method of takeout for all the new residents of that area. And then when you visit a participating vendor, they use the app to, quote-unquote, check out the reusable container. And this can be implemented in workplace cafeterias, food courts, grocery stores, hotels, restaurants, obviously, and even food delivery services. And then once the consumer finishes their meal, they're able to return the container in a strategically placed drop site, just like near regular trash cans or recycling bins. And then they can verify their return through the app. And then the used boxes are gathered in these weekly drop sites every week, and it's all on bikes. So there's a very extensive bike trail present at National Landing, which is where their new headquarters is coming in. So it would all be emission-free, which is really exciting. And then the boxes would be cleaned and sanitized in the commercial kitchen. And then to bring the process full circle, they would just be redistributed back to the restaurants on bikes. So I think it's a really awesome system, and they already have it in some college campuses, like Virginia Tech has this already implemented. And in Portland, Oregon, there's a company called GoBox, which it's running very smoothly, and also in San Francisco. So it's definitely worked before in other places, but we just think that Amazon and all these other affiliated organizations we've reached out to really have the power to implement this, and they already have such high sustainable goals, and this is just a great way to achieve them, especially in their new headquarters. So, yeah.
Why are you a part of this club?
Because it's fun.
Creative.
Inclusive.
Impactful.
Influential.
Motivational.
Inspiring.
Because we are the future.
I just came to say hello.
Great. How'd you get involved?
So, as I said, I started a club at my high school after I was on a community service trip the summer of my freshman year, and I saw firsthand the effects of plastic pollution on turtles and dolphins, and it was really heartbreaking and touching to me just to see how our society has, used this plastic and how it's, killing all these animals and just harming our oceans and obviously even our land. So, when I came back, I founded this club, and I just fostered a lot of relationships with our local organizations so I could try to see what we could do as a club to get involved. So we partnered with Eco Action Arlington, which is our local advocacy group, and we launched a Straw-Free Arlington campaign. So straws definitely aren't the only focus of our club, but we think they're really symbolic. And so we've been doing a lot of cleanups with them. We've been doing a lot of surveying local restaurants, and then additionally with that, I fostered a relationship with Miriam Gennari, who's my mentor now. She found my article because I was published in Arlington Magazine, and she found me there, and then she connected me to the Global Collab, which is run by Linda Saheli, and she created the Global Collab and the Eco Teen Action Network. So that's kind of how I got involved. It's definitely a lot of moving pieces, but everyone's super collaborative, and it's really inspiring. And that's one of the reasons I'm really optimistic is because I've met such a great group of local teens and international teens. There's a group in Nigeria right now who's helping us with different plastic initiatives. So it's super inspiring just to know that there's other teens out here, and I know how powerful our teen voices are. So we're really optimistic that we'll be able to make this change.
I'm optimistic too. You're giving me the future generation, working to deal with concerning issues of our Mother Earth, of which your uncle here, Paul. I've been involved with that for a long time, and and Earth Day, and even with John McConnell, who was one of the original people that suggested a day for the Earth. And even though every day is Earth Day, and then it moved on, and Dennis Hayes took it over. This is all in San Francisco. So I've been involved with a lot of this for a long time, rang a bell in the United Nations. Many a time we have a show called the Water Hour, and we help create the International Day of Water. So the environment for me is, Mother Earth is very, very important because that's where we live. And the kind of things that you're involved with are so, so important. And it sounds to me what is exciting and giving me goosepimples is to hear, first of all, your enthusiasm, your love, and two, the real professionalism of actually accomplishing a task. Because, it's nice to think about things, but in essence, to actually start to implement change is the win, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. I just think it's been really cool this whole process because obviously it was not an easy task going to Amazon, which is one of the biggest manufacturers and producers in the whole country, and then just quickly implement this. So we were able to definitely gather a lot of local support by attending a lot of the local civic events and garnering signatures between the heads of county boards and stuff. So that was definitely a big factor. And also we were able to showcase this project at the 2019 EPA Recycling and Innovation Fair, where we even gathered support from the head of the EPA himself, Andrew Wheeler, which was super, a really cool experience because I'll just say, not a lot of high schoolers get these experiences. So just getting to work with these amazing teens and actually get to make these awesome connections will definitely be something that we'll take on with us throughout our whole careers. And then we also were able to win, or we were recognized at the Leaders in Energy for Generations Sustainable Solutions ceremony this past December, and we won the Millennial Generation nominee. And then I guess our most recent event has been actually talking with Amazon again to try to explain their role. And we're waiting a response from their team right now, but we're really optimistic that this project will be implemented and piloted at their new headquarters in the coming months. And it's really crazy because I never thought it would expand so much, and I'm just really optimistic about everything, which is, I guess, why I'm really excited for this whole Earth Optimism Summit, because I know there's so much that people are doing all around the world, and I'm just really excited to see what they're doing, because hopefully it can spark more inspiration with everyone.
Where do you think let me ask you, where do you feel that in you personally, the spark, I mean, I know you're involved in the school group and so on and so forth, but in your upbringing, what inspired you to get involved with this, let's call it subject, and let's say Mother Earth as the subject?
Yeah, definitely. So ever since I've been little, my family's always really valued the outdoors. Whenever I was little, we would always go on hikes on the weekends, and I guess even now we've really been trying to value our time outside because we're stuck in the house all day. So whenever we can go on a walk or a run outside, obviously keeping social distance, but I don't know, that's something that's always been really valuable to me. And just seeing the impact, like I said, on that community service trip, that was kind of the last straw almost for me. It was crazy. It's just, I can't believe the way plastics are something that's so unnecessary, and it's just something that we've strive to have based on convenience. So if we can come up with solutions to them, then it would make a really big difference. And obviously there's climate change and other things, but if we take small steps like this, and this is something so easily Amazon can implement in their campus, it really would, I think, kind of try to combat the extremely dire consequences that we're currently facing with our humanity and our planet.
I agree. One of the biggest opportunities that we all have is using less, L-E-S-S.
Yep.
The more or less, the less we use, the better we all are off in general, overall. Less to burn, less to put into a garbage place, and so on and so forth, and less to go into the oceans, and so on and so forth. So, but these alternate solutions, like you're involved with, are another way to make less, because this is recycling and smartly. Kayla, fantastic. What an inspiration. Let me ask you one last question, because we're involved with the World Peace Day, and peace. We've had a lot of representatives in our Peace Day. We're dealing with water and the Earth Days, and they've all been in our shows on Good News. Many. I'd say thousands. And so I like to ask people, what does peace mean to them? So Kayla, what does peace mean to you?
Yeah, so I think in just the light of my passion for the environment, I definitely think peace is just a unified front, and everyone's trying to take initiative to make our Earth a better and safer place, because as many people know, we are the future, and we have this opportunity to tackle this. We have the resources to do it. So I think in addition to everyone being unified and happy and safe, I think one of our main priorities for these upcoming years has to be the Earth, because there's already all the shocking statistics that everyone knows. By 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Things like that. It's just that's not how our Earth was made. We've really overused what we were given. So I think I just want, for my future, I want to see the peace being love and equality with Mother Earth.
Yay! Okay, thank you very much for sharing your good work and your good thoughts, and I'm very proud of you. Thank you very much. You take care.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.